Bentornati and welcome back to Create Above and Beyond, where one build is nowhere to be found, but another one suddenly pops into view. So there's a few new things in here. Let me jump up so that you can get a better view. I've put a mega torch on this, I don't know, stone column. I wanted to elevate it a little bit just to make it slightly more prominent than, just having it on the ground, I guess. I think it's okay. I'm not super in love with this build, but this house here, this thing, I'm pretty proud of. I mean, it's not the best, it's not the greatest, but yeah, it took a while. But I think I just jumped inside a smeltery. Too excited. There you go. So yeah. And you might be wondering, what is that for, you onion man? And I'm gonna get to it right away. So you access it with this staircase here, and as you can see, there's a lot of room in here, like a lot. I don't know that I will need all the, the vertical space, but the floor plan is pretty generous, and this might be already a hint of what this building, I guess, it's gonna be for. It is for magic. Magic indeed. Oh look, we can even see the moon as it goes up in the night sky through the windows. I didn't expect this. This is actually a pretty welcome surprise. Anyway, I think in here there is only a few things that we need to check. What is that? Oh, apparently I killed 30 spiders. Okay, thank you. Appreciate the money. And then bonus chapter 2A is completed. We did this in the last episode, actually. I just hadn't collected my rewards. So let's get them. Spill some of that. But yeah, that is done. Now, before we jump into the next chapter, which, by the way, I could just unlock so that we can see it. It says the groundwork has been laid with all that has been created so far. The pace should really pick up from here. Producing components for inductive technology relies on very peculiar techniques. Though with all the new equipment ready, automating even the more convoluted interactions should become a cakewalk. After hitting the checkmark above, the third chapter of the factory guide will become accessible from the quest sidebar. Let's do that. So this is chapter 3, which ends up in, I think these are inductive mechanism. They use Imvar, if I'm not mistaken, and also you need to crushing wheels to make singularities, and you need to chop and duplicate slimy ferns, or you can set up a mob farm, one of the two, because you need bone meal and ender dust and gunpowder, and those go into the creation of colored balls of some kind. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting, definitely. However, I want to have a small diversion before diving into that. So if you are strictly speaking interested just in the progression with the mod pack, this might be a tad boring for you. That's okay, don't worry, we'll be back and you'll see through the titles when the progression is gonna resume. For now though, I want to get into a magic mod, and that magic mod is Occultism. Okay, so to get started with Occultism, and first of all, let me say, I don't know much. I just watched other people play Occultism, and I'm also, this is not a well-planned episode, or maybe a couple of episodes at all. I'm just exploring And if you wanna stick around, you'll see me hopefully learn something about occultism. So to start, let's try and make this the Dictionary of Spirits, which I think will be our guiding book. So we need Demon's Dream Seeds and a book. We should have everything that is needed. This is a book. How much paper do I have in here? 58. I might need more books. I have a lot of leather, so this shouldn't be a problem. Let's get in here, because I had Demon Dreams plants being cultivated. I think I'm gonna need also some of these Demon's Dream fruit. You know what? Let's get a stack. Why not? And also a stack of seeds. I don't know if I'm gonna need all these seeds, but okay. I imagine these are combined almost like in a alchemical recipe, so I'm okay doing it in the kitchen. There it is, the Dictionary of Spirits. Let's open it. The Dictionary of Spirits, first edition. This book aims to introduce the novice reader to the most common summoning rituals and equip them with a list of spirits and their names. The authors advise caution in the summoning of the listed entity. So let's see, getting started. This chapter will guide you through your first steps to becoming a successful summoner, from acquiring the third eye to your first contact with a demon. Ooh, spicy. These pages will be your trusted guide. So the third eye, what is this about? Is this a Doctor Strange thing? The ability to see beyond the physical world is referred to as third eye. Humans do not possess such an ability to see beyond the veil. However, with certain substances and contraptions, the knowledgeable summoner can work around this limitation. The most comfortable and most expensive way to obtain this ability is to wear spectacles infused with spirits that lend their sight to the wearer. A slightly more nauseating but very affordable alternative is the consumption of certain herbs. Demon's Dream being the most prominent among them. I think that's what the author wanted to say. Otherworld goggles allow to see even more hidden otherworld blocks. However, they do not allow harvesting those materials. Low-tier materials can be harvested by consuming Demon's Dream, but more valuable materials require special tools. Okay, so I remember about this. There is a mechanic where some occultism blocks are disguised as vanilla blocks, and you need to have this third eye open. So you need to be under the effect of either the goggles or the Demon's Dream fruit in order to, one, see them, and two, being able to harvest them. Otherwise, even if you know that the block is there, you will not be able to harvest it. Now, those blocks should be, yes, the Otherworld wood and the Other Stone. Are there alternative mechanisms of making this? Primarily found in Otherworld groves, only visible while the status Third Eye is active. See Dictionary of Spirits. Apparently you can get some from Iasnium ore, and you can get it from Dimensional Mineshaft. Spoiler, this is what I want to get, the Dimensional Mineshaft, which means passive generation of ores, okay? But you can also pass Andesite through Spirit Fire. However, I think I know the location of one such grove. They are usually found underground, and there should be one deep down in the caverns. Now, can I remember how to get there? I think we go from here. Oh, let me first of all take out the engineer's goggles. This is not an engineer work right now. There we are. Now we are suited. So I think I'm going more or less in the... What? I never looted this? I swear I've been in here several times, and yet I haven't looted this chest. Well, now I have. And this is a dead end. Okay, there's torches around here, so I've been here already. This is comforting. I probably also mined in here, but this is not the place. Maybe around here. Hi, skeleton. More skeletons. I think I found it. I think I found it. Yes. This should be another worldly grove. Okay. So let's see if there is andesite. Look at that. Look at that. You actually have your first hint in here. It says andesite. If you look up at the probe, it says andesite from occultism, right? So this must be what we're looking for. Let's clean up inventory for a second. All of that goes there. Also, let's... No, maybe let's not eat, because I need to eat of my demon's dream fruit, because we need to acquire the third eye, right? And hopefully, with the third eye effect active, we'll be able to see some otherworld stone. And also, some of this wood should be otherworld logs. Okay? Ready? By the way, this channel does not advocate for the consumption of strange demon substances. Okay? I just got hunger too. Okay, so I think it doesn't always work. We will have to try again maybe in a second. Okay, hunger effect is gone. Let's try again. Okay, I think this is it. Yes, other stone. Let's get a few blocks of other stone. And just like that, the effect is gone. And as the effect ended, we ended up collecting just a piece of normal andesite, which then in turn transformed into normal vanilla Minecraft andesite. Now, I don't know how much of these we'll need, but then again, we can just take normal andesite and run it through Spirit Fire, which should be really easy to produce, and that should also give us other stone in an alternative way. So let's try again. Now let's try and get some otherworld wood and sapling and stuff. Oh, it didn't work again. Let's wait for a second. Okay, the hunger is gone. Let's try again. Munching on the demon fruit. There it is. Okay. Can we... Oh, no. Don't do that. Oh, no. Okay, I got some otherworld leaves. Can I now place this down? Apparently I can. Okay, but I only got one piece of otherworld wood. Let's try again. Nope. It's like a 50-50 chance or something. And no sapling. Hunger is almost gone. Okay, let's try again. Nope. Okay, I'll be back when the third eye is finally active again. Okay, it's on. Let's get some of this wood. Can we get leaves to break? Well, not quick enough. This doesn't last a lot. Really doesn't last for a long time at all. Oh look, but we got an unstable otherworld sapling. Maybe we can use that to grow this otherworld oak more reliably. Okay, last attempt. There it is. Now we're cooking with fire. And that should be more saplings. Yes, indeed. Oh, but these are oak saplings? Ah, come on. Alright, you know what? I got one. I got a little bit of otherworld wood. Let's try and get back up to the surface. Let's also replenish our hunger with some tasty roasted mutton chops. And let's see what we can do now with these new materials. Alright, we are back on the surface and we have our unstable otherworld sapling in here with us. Now let's see what happens when we plant it. Became an oak sapling from occultism. That's unexpected. What if I grow it? I got some phytogrow here. I need a little bit more phytogrow, apparently. Okay, so it became an oak again from occultism. I thought I would get a full-on otherworld log, but I guess we can try the whole shebang again, assuming it works, which it doesn't always do. So if the leaves like disappear by themselves through, I think, the mod fast leaf decay, they produce just regular Minecraft oak saplings. However, if I'm not mistaken, if we get these through Spirit Fire, we make them into Occultism oak saplings. Should we try that? I think we should. So let's get what am I looking for? Flint and steel. Yes, of course. And we might also want to go get a little bit of netherrack. And maybe begin setting up a small area in here in which to play with our Spirit Fire, yes? I think that would be nice. So let's get a little bit of stone. And as always, off camera, I will make this a little bit more beautiful. Now, Spirit Fire is made like so. You drop demon fruit on the ground and you set it on fire. And you get this purple fire that doesn't hurt you. I mean, I also have the obsidian skull shield, but if I throw that on the ground, yeah, you can see that you don't catch on fire in there. What happens instead is that when you drop certain things in it, there it is. It became directly an unstable otherworld sapling. Can I do all 7 at a time? Yep. And they do stack? Yes, they do. Okay, cool. What about this andesite? I think it became other stone. What happens to normal stone? Absolutely nothing. Okay, cool. Can I also maybe... So if I look at recipes for this, and I look up Spirit Fire, I can also maybe hover the Spirit Fire icon and press U, and this should tell us all the things you can do with Spirit Fire. So you can transform a diamond in a spirit attuned gem. That sounds interesting. What can you do with a gem? Can you make the goggles? No, apparently not. And you can make a spirit attuned crystal, and that is used in stuff. Look, dimensional mineshaft. However, you also need a book of binding with a bound genie. And the genie needs to be named Briar. Whatevs that name. Okay, I'm gonna spend a few moments planting these otherworldly saplings and see what comes out. I will probably edit out this part, or maybe just make a really quick montage. So, give me a second. No, apparently operating the mechanical saw even under the effect of the third eye doesn't really work. You need to get the stuff by yourself. I was hoping for a little bit of a shortcut, but nope. Okay, let's now take a look at the next steps in our book. So Demon's Dream, we know about this already. We've been eating it. We have a ton of it. Consumption of it makes you see things. Spirit Fire, yes, it's when you light a demon fruit on fire. Now, Divination. To make it easier to get started, the materials obtained by Divination now also have crafting recipes. If you want a full experience, skip the following recipe pages and move on to the Divination instruction. To obtain Otherstone, purify Andesite in Spirit Fire. To obtain another world sapling, purify an oak sapling in Spirit Fire. Beware, the tree growing from the sapling will look like a normal oak tree. You need to activate the third eye to harvest the otherworld logs and leaves. That is exactly what we experienced thus far. Otherworld materials play an important role in interacting with spirits, as they are rare and not visible to the naked eye. Finding them requires special tools. The Divination Rod allows to find otherworld materials based to their similarities to materials common to our world. The Divination Rod uses a spirit attuned gem attached to a wooden rod. The gem resonates with the chosen material, and this movement is amplified by the wooden rod, allowing to detect nearby otherworld materials. The rod works by detecting resonance between real world and otherworld materials. Attune the rod to a real world material, and it will find a corresponding otherworld block. Use of the rod. Shift or click a block to attune the rod to the corresponding otherworld block, and you can use it to get these things. Then right click and hold until the rod animation finishes. Okay, so we might have done this divination thing to find the grove. I just remember that I had found that like small biome underground, and I knew that it was related to occultism, but we could try that to find this iasnium ore in the nether. Right? After the animation finishes, the closest found block will be highlighted with white lines and can be seen through other blocks. Additionally, you can watch the crystals for hint. A white crystal indicates no target block found. A fully purple block means the found block is nearby. Mixes between white and purple show that the target is rather far away. So let's do that. So not the debug wand, the divination rod. So we need that spirit attuned gem. We need a diamond. I'm gonna summon a diamond in my hand right now. Whoops. Things got a little bit out of hand. I'm still not fully accustomed to this magic stuff. I got 8 diamonds, but I guess since we're here, we might as well convert all of them into spirit attuned gems. Very nice. So let's get in here and craft this divination rod. There it is. So let's see. This should in theory allow us to find those otherworld materials, right? Which are supposed to be underground. I'm just curious, like if I take an oak log and I place it here and I shift, right click, the divination rod is now attuned to the otherworld wood. Now, what do I do? Do I strike it? Let me read that passage again. Then right-click and hold until the animation finishes. Okay, so only a little bit is purple, which means it's far, but look at that. It's showing where a block is. Right? So this technique will tell you where an otherworld grove is to be found. Right? I want to try it just once more to see like how it changes when it's really close. And look at that, the gem is almost totally purple, and we can clearly see where the block is. Okay, I think at this point I want to go and do this exact thing in the nether so that we can find the third basic resource, which should be that iasnium ore, right? I'm gonna see you in the nether. Alright, here we are in the nether. Let's attune the rod to netherrack. Okay, divination rod is now attuned to iasnium ore. Click and hold. Look at that. Looks like we found some iasnium ore already. However, we need to pay attention not to mine it without having the third eye open, right? Okay, we're really close to this iasnium block. It is this one. And in fact, it says it's from Occultism. Let's mine around it. Just so I know that it's safe. Okay. Now. Give me the demon's fruit. And it says that it's netherrack. And I just got normal netherrack. So maybe I'm going too far ahead. And this is not the way to do it. Yeah, because this one disappeared. So I guess I wasted a potentially good iasnium ore block. And I just need to read further, I guess. But anyway, this is how you use the rod for divination. Now, next. It says, first ritual. For your first ritual, you will summon a spirit known as the Ore Crusher, which converts ores to dusts, effectively doubling them. You will prepare sacrificial bowls, ritual chalk, craft a book of binding, draw your first pentacle, and finally summon the spirit. First burn other stone in a furnace and burn otherworld logs in spirit fire. Then craft the resulting ashes into impure white chalk and finally purify it once more in spirit fire. The chalk can now be used to draw ritual glyphs to form pentacles. View the chapter on pentacles for possible options. The type of glyph does not matter, only the color. For decorative purposes, you can repeatedly click on a block to cycle through glyphs. See chalk types for more info on chalk. That's a chalk brush, I guess, if we want to remove the chalk. Candles provide stability to rituals and are an important part of almost all pentacles. To make candles, kill large animals like pigs, cows, or sheep with a butcher knife to harvest their fat in the form of tallow and use that to craft candles. Candles also act like bookshelves for enchantment purposes. That is cool. That is super cool. We can replace some of the bookshelves with candles. And golden sacrificial bowl. Craft other stone into a shape of a bowl to craft a sacrificial bowl. These bowls are used to sacrifice items as part of the ritual, and you will need a handful of them. Then take one of the bowls and craft it into a golden sacrificial bowl by surrounding it with gold ingots. There's a special sacrificial bowl. It's used to activate the ritual by right-clicking it with the activation item. Purified ink. In order to craft books of binding to summon spirit, you need purified ink. Simply drop any black dye into spirit fire to purify it. Okay, we need to craft a bunch of things. Let me get all the base materials, and I'll see you back in front of the spirit fire. Okay, I guess first of all, let's make this butcher knife. And let's try and use it to collect a little bit of tallow. Okay, I went around and spent a few minutes practicing my homicidal maniac skills with the butcher knife and got some 42 pieces of tallow. I think I have most of the items required going forward. So let's make, I don't know, some... I don't really need how... I don't really know how many candles do I need, but I guess I'll make some 16 of them. White candles, and it says that we can use some of these like so too. Look at that. It's kind of nice, isn't it? Yeah, why not? They give the room a really nice touch. So, candles. Got it. I think I can make the chalk brush. There it is. Should we mistakenly put chalk where it doesn't need to, then we need to make impure white chalk, which is otherworld ashes and burnt other stone. So 3 other stone need to go in a furnace. So let's have 1, 2, 3 in there and a piece of charcoal. I can also take some of this andesite and chuck it in the spirit fire to get even more other stone really easily. Then the ashes. Otherworld ashes is otherworld wood in spirit fire. So let's do 1, 2, 3. This is really quick. Didn't really land in a fire, I guess. Come on. Boom. Nice. So I got the ashes. I got a burnt other stone. Let's combine the two things. This is impure white chalk, and then we purify it like so. Pure white chalk. Really nice. I have the candles. I have the white chalk. I need, I think, the sacrificial bowls, and it says we will need a few of these. Let's do 8 seems like a... No, actually, let's do 9 because 1 needs to be the golden sacrificial bowl. So this, and then a golden one, which I think is the one that sits in the center. Right? Okay, I think we are close to our first ritual. Oh, the ink. We need to purify ink to be able to create the summoning book. So I have in here 16 black dye. Let's turn like half of those into purified ink. Got it. And now we use that to create a book of binding for a foliot, which I guess it's a low tier spirit. Book of binding foliot. I need a book and quill. I don't have the feathers, nor do I have the ink sacs. Let me go get those. Here we go. I have the necessary ink sacs and feathers. I think I'm gonna make, I don't know, maybe 8 books with the quill for now. Oh, they don't stack. I forgot they don't stack. Wait a second. Good thing I prepped and I got a chest in here. Okay, let's put those in there, and this, and this, and this that I don't necessarily need right now. Sure, with the tallow too. And I have the white chalk in here. Right. So now I need one of those book and quill. Where is it? Book of binding foliot. Boom. Okay, now more instruction. Add the name of the spirit to summon to your book of binding by crafting it with this guide. The guide will not be used up. Good. So, let's do that. Okay, and we can get our foliot that is gonna be called Riayarark. Ray. This is the book of summoning Ray. The ritual. The ritual is described in the section on rituals, but these pages will walk the gentle reader through the process step by step, and we are nothing but gentle. We start by placing the golden sacrificial bowl and drawing the appropriate pentacle, Aviar's circle. Next, place for... Okay, but what's the Aviar circle? I guess I need to click on this. Ooh, and I can click to visualize. This is pretty big. I guess... Let's place it... Can I... Oh, right click. Does it stay? Yes, it does. Okay, so let's build this ritual. Let's get the white chalk. Let's get the candles. So candle, candle, candle. And then glyph, 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 glyph. There you go. I even get experience from doing that, apparently. I need to go back in here. Next, place 4 sacrificial bowls close to the pentacle and place copper, iron, silver, and gold, or each in one bowl. Sacrificial bowls must be placed anywhere within 8 blocks of the central golden sacrificial bowl. So I guess in this case, these 4 can be really, really close. So, do I see the ritual thingies? Summon Foliot Crusher. Here it is. So it's iron ore, gold ore, copper ore, and zinc ore. Okay, I wasn't sure because it said, like, the book mentions silver, but we don't get silver ore in this. So we need these ores. Okay, so iron, zinc, copper, and gold. I guess I need to go mining for a second, huh? Alright, after a little bit of a mining expedition, we should have everything we need. So let me look again for foliot. Actually, can I look directly for foliot crusher? I mean, it's not easy to see the icons there. I guess maybe on a clear background would be easier. There it is. Summon foliot crusher. So, iron ore, gold ore, copper ore, zinc ore. So, iron, zinc, where's copper? Copper. And I couldn't find any gold ore in the overworld, so I resorted going into the nether. It's much more abundant and visible in there. Let's get this stuff out of the way. And there we are. So iron. I don't think the order matters. Okay, we have all the offerings. Finally, right-click the golden sacrificial bowl with a bound book of binding you created and wait until the crusher spawns. Now, all that remains is to drop appropriate ores near the crusher and wait for it to turn it into dust. Okay, so book of binding foliot, right-click, and this is happening, I think. Look at that, we have particles. Particles are always a good indication. Now we should see stuff disappear. Yes, the offerings are being accepted. Takes a while. Oh, second offer has been accepted. Now I am really curious to see if the foliot spirit, or maybe more powerful crusher spirits, are gonna be better than crushing wheels. Okay, all the offerings were accepted. There's been something like a thump noise. Whoa! Look at him! Ray! My friend Ray. Okay, my friend Ray, you want to crush ores. That's your job, right? The book says we drop stuff nearby. So let's try maybe iron, right? So normally iron would get into the crushing wheels and stuff to produce one crushed iron ore. So would you work with that? Oh, he would. He's crushing it. The sound seems to indicate that he is indeed munching on the iron ore. It's taking a while. And he made what? He made, wait, 2 iron dust. 2 iron dust, which means 2 iron nuggets. Which is not great. It's now giving us 2/3 of the actual benefit that we would. And he also works directly on ore. Now, these guys, can I also right-click on him? Maybe shift right-click. Yes, I can. Can I give him stuff directly? Maybe. Essence decay means how long it'll take for the guy to despawn, is my guess. I want to try and go get some actual crushed ore to see if it can also work with that. And let's see. Maybe also a cinnabar. I want to test how versatile this guy is. Now, first of all, if I drop this cinnabar, you don't recognize it as ore. If I drop the crushed version, you don't recognize it. If I shift right click you and give it to you, you do make a really loud sound. Are you perhaps working on it? I don't think this is working. It's been a minute. Oh my ears. Let's see instead this. No, you do the exact same thing, don't you? No, I guess that's an indication that it doesn't work. I want to see what you do with cinnabar ore, though. Because this would produce maybe 2.5 cinnabar things. I guess you would accept this. No, you don't recognize it. You don't know it. And since you don't know it, you do the horrible sound again. So no, give me that. Okay, I took a little bit of a dive in the configs. I didn't go like really deep, so I wasn't able to ascertain if the Crusher Spirits will be able to work on anything but the few ore blocks that they recognize. For example, I think they will be able to work, let's say, on gold. Right? Look, he even jumped on it. What I was able to find is that the output is defined as a multiplier of what you would normally get in the pack. So in this pack from ore, you normally get like maybe 2 nuggets, I guess, in a sense, because this gold dust, if you directly smelt, you get 2 nuggets, right? So he's getting us 1, like the output multiplied by 1. The max tier Crusher Spirits, the Merid, gives you 3 times the output. So I guess it would be 6 dust. That, for example, if we then melt, each become 3 nuggets. So 3 by 6, 12, which is like what? Like 1 ingot and a half? Something like that. It's not crazy. I think there's a way to get better results somewhere else in the pack. However, I think what we want to do is just get to the point where we can have a dimensional mining shaft. Because at that point, if we can keep that resource generation going, we don't really care like how we process that, because it's gonna be pretty much infinite. Also, apparently, like the genie, I think it's the type of spirit that works on the wormhole, on the dimensional mine shaft. Yes, it's gonna be like ore miner genie, for example. Like this thing, it's an item that would lose durability, and I believe we can combine this with an Eternal Stella and make it infinite, I think. But it's gonna be a while before we get there. We will need to make a Iasnium pickaxe, an empty magic lamp, and a book of binding genie. I think this is what we'll work on in the next episode. So, that's gonna be it for this special, let's say, magical episode about occultism. I hope you're having fun. I am interested. I don't know that this is my favorite mod yet, but I guess it's different enough from other mods to be interesting. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you again in the next episode. Alla prossima!